Okay, let's get ready to have some fun. Today we're going to be painting a memorial for our soldiers for Memorial Day. We basically have all of our equipment laid out. I have a cup with some water that's slightly off camera. I have my paint pack, my Peiloff paint pack with my red, white, and blue colors. Underneath, I have a sheet of palette paper. I have my brush, spatula, my plastic apron, which you could put on. I have a paper towel, which I like to keep folded near me. So, our painting is set up so that our soldiers and the ground are visible through the canvas so that when we finish, we'll be able to just peel it right off and we'll know exactly where it is. So we're going to start by squeezing out some color. We're going to start with some blue. Just going to open the pack. It's going to squeeze out a little color. Just need a little. That should be enough. And then I'm going to squeeze out, go in the pack and get some white. We're going to open it and squeeze out a little white. We'll put the red out in a second. I think that should be enough right there. Let's have some fun. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to define the area that's blue where my stars are going to go. So I'm going to pick up a little color and I'm going to say that that area is going to be right over here. That's fine. It's real easy painting to do. I'm just going to block this in. Let that dry for later. We'll come back and we'll add our stars in here. Or at least some basic shapes that will be our stars. There. Just going to block this in really quickly. Okay. Now that we have that area defined, I'm going to clean off my brush, wipe it on my paper towel. The next color we're going to pick up is actually going to be a little white. We're going to use the white just to define where the rest of the flag is going to be and where our sky will begin. So I'm going to be creative and I'm going to take and make my flag maybe swing over a little bit like this. Let it go up, come down like that. There. That's going to be my flag. Here is going to be my sky. And we'll come back to that in a moment. But first, I'm going to build this up down here. So I'm going to take a little bit more white. Throw some of that right on the bottom of that line. Then I'm going to introduce some blue to start making my sky. I'm going to just block this in really quickly. A little bit of blue. See that? And just start defining my sky. We still have total control here. Nothing is written in stone. We could change it as we need it to suit our purposes. So now I'm going to start moving downward. Yep. Right about here. A little blue, a little white. Just going to mix that in there together. Stroke that. A little bit more white. A little bit of blue. And just keep moving downward. Let the streaks stay in there. Remember, it's a sky. So it doesn't have to be solid like a wall. Some more white. Take a lot of that and just block in really quick. See, take a little bit of blue. Introduce that. Now I'm going to show you something. If you should go really heavy-handed, right? Like that. And you get like that dark blue. Just take some white and mix it in there. It'll soften up. You're in control. You're the boss. You can push this paint around any way you want to. It's your sky. Be creative. Let it have variation. Don't worry about it. And you just keep moving. Now again, through the transparency of the white that I placed over the peel off, you can see where all of the images are. So you see down in here, it's going to be peeled up, so I don't really have to paint over that. It's not necessary. I just want to make sure I cover it. There, that looks good. That looks like a nice sky. Nice and streaky. There, I'm just going to wipe that off a little bit. Wipe it on a paper towel. Lay that down for a second, and we're going to pick up some red. Let's take the red out. We don't need this anymore. And we're going to introduce some red to our palette sheet. This we don't need much. Red is very strong. I'm just going to squeeze some red out. Oh, there you go. That's good. Now we're going to take our brush, and because the canvas is already white, I'm actually going to make that my white stripes. So there's my blue, a white stripe. I'm just going to come underneath here, and I'm going to say that right about here is going to be the next stripe that's red. So there it is, and I'm just going to block that in. There you go. Quick, easy, and fun. That's what peel off is all about. So you can have fun being creative. Okay, so we have blue, white, red. Now let's go skip a line. And let's say we come right about here. And we're going to introduce another red line that maybe goes like that. Yeah. Just want to be creative. See how I'm making it different size lines? Because my flag is actually bellowing. It's flowing. I love that. I always think of a flag being outside so that everyone can see how patriotic I am. There you go. Now I'm going to make a nice line that's going to be right along the base here, right? And then I'm going to take it up in a second, but that's going to be my last red line. I'm going to make this one go a little fat and go to skinny. There you go. I think I'm going to fatten up the line at the top just a little bit more. It'll make more sense if I take this and come right along in here and go like that. There you go. See, be as creative as I want to be. And there's my flag flowing, flapping in the breeze, if you will. Nothing has to be even. It's my flag. There. So there's symbolism, and that's good. Clean off my brush. Ring the bell. And while I'm still letting this part dry, I'm going to come in and put some clouds. But before I do, I want to take a little bit of white. And I just want to kind of make a little bit of a white line that's not full, just below here. It's like it's disappearing, and it's going to start turning into those cloud shapes. See? So I'm just going to put a little bit of a white line like that. And then I'm going to soften it. Almost like it's disappearing. Like that. Then I'm going to come, put some white on my brush, and I'm going to make some little puffs. Like cotton puffs, like that. Start creating those basic cloud shapes. Maybe there's a cloud over here. Maybe there's one that's coming out right about here. Let it join right in. Maybe there's another one over here, like in this area. Nice big one. See? These clouds represent my sky. It'll all make sense in a second. Come over here, maybe there's another cloud that's kind of flowing right over here. There you go. Come down here, put another little one. Right there like that. And maybe there's one more right about here. There. Wipe off my brush. Soften up my bottoms a little bit. So they'll be floating. And there, I have my flag, my sky, and my clouds. Now I'm going to show you how to very easily mimic some stars. Just some basic shapes. It's not even going to be real stars, but we'll be respectful. Just going to take the brush by the corner and just tap. There's one, tap again. Here's two, tap again. Here's three. Come over here, tap again. And again, I just like to space them out a little bit. But those work for me. Maybe there's some that's just a little bit off the canvas. Like that. And those will represent my stars and my flag. Nice. Very nice. See? Easy. Easy peasy. Now that we have our flag, our sky, and our clouds, let me move this completely out of the way. We're going to pick up our spatula. And you can look beneath and you can still see some of the silhouette or the groundwork. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go right in and just start digging into those characters or those peels. And we're going to peel them off. All we have to do is get them started. May take a little bit, but it's okay. See, once we get it started, we can just start to pull up and peel away. See, watch this. Look at this. We'll come back for that head. See, just peel off our characters. Take a few moments. Make sure we get everything. There you go. That's nice. It's gonna go right underneath here. Peel up so we can just grab some. Grab them by the helmet. And just take our time. And just pull down. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. Look how neat that is. Those are actually my fingerprints. There you go. Make sure we get all of his helmet. Then we're going to come down to here and take up the ground. Should be a little bit easier. This takes a few moments, so don't worry. You'll get it. It's really, really simple. There you go. Peel off our groundwork. And basically, our painting is finished. There's a little piece of helmet here. I'm just gonna take and just go in here and push really hard till I get, there you go. And there you have it. Our peels are done. Our painting is actually done. And now I'm going to show you how to clean up a little bit. Should you get those prints in there, all you need is a little bit of black paint. You can just go right inside. Look at that, just clean those up. When you're doing it, you probably won't have that. And because I see right here that they look like they're floating in the sky, I'm just going to rub this right along by the feet just to plant them right into the ground. See that? A little bit of black paint. Come right here along the edges. Just along the edges. And just that quick. Everything is nice and cleaned up. And your painting is done. And that's it. And that's the end of our painting. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. It's a memorial to our soldiers. And you can have fun with any of our paint and peel projects. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube. Make sure you look at other videos and have some fun. Well, thank you for painting with me. And I will talk to you again on our next painting.